Okay, so we can continue. Let's complete the question. We're still looking at the CBS 2020. No, sorry, we are still looking at the chicken project, broiler chickens project. Okay, so let's finish the question. We have established the total number of, the total cost of investment, initial cost of investment. So now we can answer the question. Let's open the video, the whiteboard. Okay, so this is how we are going to go about the question. So the got two questions. We are looking at question A. So question A has got the first part, which is asking us to calculate the NPV, or the net present value. So we are going to calculate the net present value, or if you like, the NPV. So net present value Okay, so this is how we are going to answer the question. So we are going to have the years. So we have years from year 0. We are going to have year 1. We're going to have year 2. Year 3. Year 4. Up to year 5. Or instead of saying year 1, I'll change, since we know the specific years that we are talking about. So let me just say, we know we are starting from year 2021. The next one, 2022. Then 2023. 2024. And finally, 2025. Yeah, we can start. So as usual, we start with the cost of investment, initial cost of investment. So the initial cost of investment Okay. So what we can do, looking at the figures, you put some zeros here on top. So we have put 3 zeros on top, thousands. Okay. So what is the cost of investment? So from the additions that we did, a cost of investment is 8,000 D. Remember, this is a million, 8 million. Put a point here because we have zeros there on top. It's 142. Okay. So this is what we need to do. Then here, this is the cost. Remember to put it in brackets. So after that, we need now to establish the sales for each year up to 2025. So this, in other ways, is the cash inflow. So for the sake of consistency and the formatting, so I'll call these cash inflows as a heading. So cash inflows. We put a heading, underline the. Okay, so under cash inflows, we have sales. The first cash inflow that we have sales. So we say sales. So this is the revenue that we are expected to raise or to generate in 5 years of the project. Okay, so let's go back to the question for now. Okay, so we want to pick the cells. So these are the cells. We have so I want us to do a working just here, right here. We'll do a working. Then we are going to use these figures as the cash inflows or the sales. So we just need to multiply 120 times 30. So okay. Okay, so yeah, we say 120 times 30 is how much? 3 times 0, or 12 times 3, that's 36. So meaning that here we are going to have total sales figure in 2021 will be 360. 360,000. Okay, if our calculation is correct, come to 2022, 122 times 33. Where is the calculator? So if we multiply, so 122 multiplied by 3, it's giving us how much? Okay. Okay, we didn't do a correct calculation on the first one in 2021. Let me just use the calculator. So we are saying 120 multiplied by 30 kwacha. Okay, so sorry. So it is not 360. Let me just make a correction. So correction here. Okay. So the total is supposed to be 3,600,000 kwacha. So because of space, I'm not writing in full. So just put a point, as long as we know that this is it. So 3,600,000. Then we go to the next. Okay, the next, which is 2022. So in 2022, we are going to sell 122,000 at 33 kwacha. So we are going to generate sales of 4,026, or 4,026,000 at least. Okay. Next, in 2023, so we multiply 126 by 35. 126 times 35. We have 4,410,000. So 4,410,000. So we write 4 million here. 4 million, comma 410. Okay, we do the same for 2024. So in 2024, we are going to sell 132,000 times 40 kwacha per chicken, which is 5,280,000. So 5,180,000. So 5,280,000. And lastly, in 2025, 140 times 40. So we are saying how much are we going to make in one? selling 140 chickens at 40. Okay, so we're going to have to make 5,600,000. So 5,000,000, 600. Kwacha. So these are our sales from year 21 to year 25. So let's just pick them. Let's pick them as they are. So 2021, they have 3, 6, 4, 26, 4, 4, 10, 5, 2, 80, and 5, 6. Okay. So let's go back to the whiteboard. Okay. So the first sale in 2021, we are saying we are going to sell. So this is 2021, we are going to sell 4,026 kwacha, or 4,000, 4,026,000 kwacha. In 2022, sorry, just a minute, I made a mistake. This one is meant for 2022. So here it's 3,000, 3,600,000 kwacha. Then here, that's where we have 4,026 kwacha. And here in 2023, it's 4,110,000. And in 2023, 5,280,000. And then in 2025, 5,600,000. So these are going to be our sales here. There's nothing. Okay, so now that we are done with the sales. Okay, now I think this is the only income that we are expecting. So now we go to the cash outflows. So say cash outflows. So the next heading, we are going to call it cash outflows. The cash that you are going to spend, or the costs that you are going to incur. So cash outflows. We underline this one as well. So the first cash outflow from the question, I think, the production costs. So production costs, what we are going to spend on the raw material. So production cost or direct production costs, or you can also call them manufacturing costs, but okay. So from the question, we are told that production cost will be 15% of the sales. So we just put a in brackets 15% of the sales will be charged as production cost. And we know that these are our sales there on top. So we just multiplying to get the cost of production. Okay. So let's do the calculation. What is 15% of 36? Okay, so it starts, let's calculate. So what is 15%? So 0.15. Start with 36. So 15% of 36 is the 540. Okay. Next, 15% of 4026. 4026 is the 603.9. Next, 15% of 4,410. 4,410. So here 661.5. Next, 15% of 5,280. So much? 792. 792. And lastly, 15% of 56, which is 840. Okay, so this figure, let's bring them down here. Okay. So in 2021, our cost of production will be 540 here. So 540. Next, 603.9. 603. 603.9. Next, 6. So 661.5. Next, 792. Hope we are following. Next, 840. The last one is 840. So these are the cost of production. Okay, so we are done with the cost of production. Do we have any other cost? Yes, we have administration. So let's go back to the question. So the cost of the other costs, the other expenses that we are supposed to bring down here as the costs are called the administrative expenses. So all these are administrative expenses. So for salaries, we have salaries, we've got the farm manager, the transportation, general expenses, up to insurance. So what we are going to do, we're going to get the totals here. Then instead of itemizing each expense, we are going to have the totals just as the administrative expenses. So let's add them up. In 2021, what is the total administrative? What is the total administrative expenses? So we have 100. So let's just add together 100 plus 150 plus 70 plus 360 plus 5 plus 43. So in 2021, the total is going to be 728. So I can write 728 here. 728. In 2022, how much? We do the same. Let's add together. So we have 100 plus 150 plus 70 plus 402.6 plus 5 plus 56, giving us C. 783.6. So 783.6. Next, in 2023, we add from 100 plus 150 plus 70 plus 441 plus 10 plus 60. So the total is 831. So 831. In 2024, can do the same. As the total, we have 100 plus 150 plus 80 plus 528 plus 10 plus 65, giving us a total of how much? 933. So 933. The last one in 2025. So in 2025, we have 100 plus 150 plus 80 plus 560 plus 5 plus 70, giving us C 965. So the last one is 965. So these are the administrative expenses. So let's take them back to the okay, the new, still learning the new features on the whiteboard. So let's hope we are not going to lose the data here. Okay. Get back to the whiteboard, whiteboard. Okay, so those figures we're calculating. God, I didn't try. I have to write them down. Okay, let me minimize. Okay, so we are going to have, these are administrative expenses. So admin administrative expenses. So the first one is 728. Okay, in 2022. So in 2022, 783.6. So 783.6. In 2023, eight thirty. So here it's 830. 831, sorry. And the last one is how much? Sorry, not the last one. 2024, 933. So here 923. 933. Then we go to the last year, which is 2025. So 2025, 965. So 965. So these are the expenses. Let's get back to the question. We have other expenses apart from what we have done. Go back to the question. Okay. I'm sure these are the okay, so these are the expenses in this project. So now that we have known the expenses, let's calculate the net cash flow. So let's get back to the okay, so okay, let's go back to our whiteboard. Okay, whiteboard. I want us now to conclude the calculations. I hope we are not going to lose our data. We're still learning the new feature. Okay, thank goodness we are still there. Okay, so we are going to add in the cash flows and the net cash flows. So for the net cash inflows, we are not going to add because it's just one line. So these at the same time they are the total cash inflows. So let's add these so that we have the total cash outflows. Then after that, we are going to have what we call net. So we're going to have what we call net cash flows. So what we call net cash outflows. Net cash outflow. Okay. Okay. That's right properly here. Leave enough space for year 0. So this is this line is net So net cash. So these are net cash flows. We are going to net inflows against outflows so that we have net cash outflows. So we are going to have a total here, total here, total here, 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 and here. Actually, I don't even need to put the totals for now. You just remove them. The total will come after the discount factor. So for now, let's just finish the addition. So we add this and this is 8, 6, and 12. So I'm not there. Let me just rub and write properly. The one in the middle, it's not very clear. Okay, so we are saying this is supposed to be 6 here. Very good. Let's add this one here. So for this one, 6 plus 9 is 5. Carry on. Remember on. 3 plus 3 is 6. So we are going to have 7 here. 0 plus 8. 8 plus 8. So here we have 8. Then 6 plus 7, that's 13. So here we are going to have 13. Sorry, the comma is not supposed to be there. Just undo. If you want to put a comma, it's supposed to be here. Here. Then here we are going to have 0.5, 2, 6 plus 8, 14. Remember one. Come on then. Sorry, mistake here. So 2, 6 plus 3 is 9. So 9. Then 8 plus 6 as 14. So 1,4. 1,4. Okay, next here we have 3 plus 2, 5. 9 plus 3, 12, 2. Remember 1. 9 plus 7, 16 plus 1, 17. So 1, 7. Like this. The last one, 5 plus 0, that's 5. 4 plus 6, that's 0. Remember 1. 8 plus 9, that's 17 plus 1, 18. It's 1,8. Okay, so these are the total cash outflows. So to get the net cash flows, we are supposed to net these against we net them against the cash inflows. So these are more or less like the profit the profit or the loss that you are going to generate from the sales that we are going to make when we less the expenses. So meaning that we are subtracting 1,628 from 3,600. Okay, so if we are to subtract, I'm not using any calculator. Or can I use my phone so that we are quick? Okay. Okay, so 336 minus 1268. So the answer will be 2,332. So this is the net cash flow. We go to the next one. We are subtracting so 4,026. So 4,026 minus 1387.5. It's giving us how much? It's giving us 26. So we have 26. 38.5. Next, 4,010. So 4,010 minus 1492.5. So the answer is 2917.5. 2917.5. Next, 5,280. 5,280 minus 1725. So here we have 3,555. Lastly, 5,600 minus 1805. So the answer is 3795. 3795. Okay. Okay, so let's continue. The question, where did we end, by the way? Okay, we are, so this one, 555. 3,000, 3,555. The last one, 3,795. 3,795. So these are our net. These are what we call our net cash flows. So we need now to discount them at the cost of investment, which we are given in the question. So here we say we multiply by the discount factor. So the discount factor as given in the question. So the discount factor in brackets, I'm not very sure whether it's 10%. You can confirm in on the question. So we are going to discount these figures at 15%, at 10%. So let's check the question. How much are we discounting this cash flows? Oh, so we are discounting them at 20%. So we are discounting them at 20%. Okay. So let's go back to the so we need to find the discount factor for the discount. Okay, so we are going to discount the cash flows at 20% instead of 10%. You can just change here, change to 20%. Okay, so the first one will still be at the same amount as that one, square one, discount factor 1. We didn't bring down the total here for year 1. The total is 8,15.142. In brackets, this is a cost. So what is the discount factor in year 20? In year 20, the discount factor is sorry, the discount factor in year 1, the first year, which is 2021, at 20% is going to be, I'm getting these figures from the table, the discount table. So 8, I'm sure by now you know how to get these figures from the discount table or the present value table. So 0.8, sorry. So 0.833. Okay. Next one will be 0.694 to 0.694. And the next one will be 0.579. Next will be 0.482. 0.482, followed by the last one, 0 in year 5. 0.402. 0.402. So these are discounting factors. So we multiply so that we can discount the cash flows, the net cash flows. So we are going to multiply these figures against. Okay, so going back to our calculators, let's multiply. So the first one is 223.32 times 0.833. So 2332 times 0.833. We are going to have here, we are going to have 1,942.55. Just write it in full, 56. Then here, when we multiply this and this, we still get the same figure. 80.142 brackets. Okay, we go to the next year, 2022. We are multiplying 2638.5 times 0.694. So our figure will be 1 1831.119. Next, 2917.5. 2917.5 multiply by 0.579. So we are going to have how much? 1689. 89.23 round off to 2. Sorry. So this one round to 3. So 3. Okay, the next one will be 3,555 times 0.482. Okay, we are going to have 17, 13, point how much? 0.51. Lastly, 3,795 multiplied by 0.402. And the answer is Z 15.59. Okay. So what we have done here, okay, so these are discounted cash flows. We call these discounted cash flows. Discounted cash flows. We have discounted the figures from the future values to the present values, to the net present value. So we want, the question is, what is the net present value? So to find the net present value, we need to net them off. So net present, net PV, NPV is equal to initial cost of investment okay, let me start with instead of saying initial cost of, I start with that is equal to discounted cash flows. So discounted cash flows is what I've just calculated minus initial cost of investment. So the initial cost of investment is 8,015,000 and 15,142 kwacha. This one, that's the initial cost. The total discounted cash flows are these from year 1 up to year 5. So I want us to add these figures together. Then we are going to have our total here. Then we subtract the 8.5. So it will look like this. We need to know the figure, a particular figure here. Then minus 8,000, comma 0, 15.142. Okay, so what you find is going to be the net present value. So let's go on the calculator, all of us. We get to the calculator and add these figures. So start with year 1, or year 2021. So year 2021, we have 1942.556 plus 1831.119 plus 1689.233 plus 1713.15, and the last one plus 1525.59. So the total discounted cash flow is coming to 8,000, 702.008. So this is the total when you add these from year 1 to year 5, or from year 2021 to year 2025. So can we now subtract the cost of investment? So minus 8,015.12142. So the net PV, NPV, sorry, the NPV we are finding is 600, 8, 6, 8, 66. So this is the net present value for this project, the broilers chicken project. So the idea is to know whether you have made we are positive, the NPV is positive or negative. So how do you know that it is positive or negative? If the cost of investment is more than the discounted cash flow, or the net discounted net cash flows, then we know that the project is, then the figure is negative, of course, and we know that the project is not viable. But in this case, we have more cash flows, net cash flows, discounted net cash flows than the cost. So meaning that we are going to make definitely a profit even after discounting the future cash flows. So the net present, net present value, which is positive 686, 865, 866 is the profit that we are going to realize, which is positive. So meaning that this project, so the project is viable. The project is viable. So we therefore accept the project because it's giving us profits. So we accept the project. So this is how we can find the net present value. So the other question was the number 2 on the so let's open a new. Okay. So we are still looking at A. This time we are at number 2. Number 2 is asking us to compute the, let's just go back to the question. The question says discounted payback period. So this is very simple. Discounted payback period. Then we'll do discounted and discounted payback period formats. So this one I will not spend a lot of time because it's very straightforward. So since the question is asking us okay. So we are saying this answer now number 2. Number 2 is asking us to calculate the discounted payback period. So how do we calculate the payback? period. So this is how we calculate the payback period. We use the discounted cash flows that we calculated to calculate the payback period. Okay. So we are going to have the number of years here. So the year. Then we are going to have the discounted cash flow themselves. So discounted cash flows. Then in the next column, we are going to have accumulated cash flows or discounted cash flows. Okay. Okay, let me just move this one a bit. Okay, I have enough space. So I'll put the year somewhere here. So the years. So the first year will be as course year 0. In year 120. 2021. 2022. 2023. 2024. 2025. So the cash flow in 2020 in year 0 or 2020, this is as good as 2020 is 80, the total, the cost 0.142. Okay, remember we have got zeros there on top. Let me just put them there just to remind us that these are millions. These figures are in millions. Okay, then here also. Okay, so remember this is negative. So since we are starting, the accumulated figure will be the same figure, which is 15.142. And the negative, we are starting. So let's go back to the workings. What was number 1? Okay, we are still struggling to master this new whiteboard that we are using. So we need to go back to the previous working. Don't know how we can get back there. Okay, so use this. So pick these figures. Okay. So they discounted the cash flows are these. So we have already picked this one. So just write them so that the figures. So 1942.556. Then we have 1851.119. We have 1689.233. 1713.51. Lastly 1525.59. Okay, so we use these figures. Okay. So these are the figures we are going to bring down here. Number one, year 2021. Of 19, 42, point what? 0.5, 5, 6. In 2022, we have 18, 81, 0.19. In 2023, 16, 59, 0.233. 233. Yeah, 2024, 17, 18, 51. Lastly, 1525. 0.59. Okay. All right. So can you accumulate now? So to accumulate, we are adding. So we are going to add into year 2021, we add this net discounted cash flow to that one. Okay. We are accumulating so that we see up to the point when we are going to start making a profit. Okay, so we start with the one which is on top, the negative figure, which is 8015.142. So we add, remember that's a negative figure, so we're adding a positive. Okay. So when we add 1942.556, how much are we going to remain with? So in 2021, the accumulated figure will be 6, negative 6, 072. 58, 6. Remember the brackets, we are still in negatives. Next, the same figure, we add 1831.9199. So 1831.19119. Okay, yes. So now in 2022, we are going to have 4, negative 4, 241.467. Still in brackets, in negatives. So we just continue like that. Go to the next one. 1689.233, giving us 2, negative 2, 5, 2.234. Okay. Continue in 2024 plus. Remember, this is negative. Before we forget, we are still in negatives. Okay, so let's add again. Plus positive 1713.51. So we are still in negative here. We're talking of H 333 H 0.724. Still negative. And in the last year, 2025, we had that. So we add 1525.59. So when we add that, how much are we having? This time now it's a positive. So we are talking of positive 8. Sorry. So positive, writing 8. So positive 6, 86, 6.866. Right. Okay, so we are positive in 2025, meaning that we are recouping our investment in between 2024 and 2025. which is how many years? 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. Between 2024, which is 4 years and some months. So we need to know the specific period that, so we are recouping our investment. So the question is, only we are finding the discounted payback period. So the discounted payback period is equal to A plus negative like we say B over C. Okay, I'm not sure the formula, but I will explain what we're doing here. So A, it represents the number of years where we have the last negative figure, which is 2024. So if we are to count the number of years from 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. So this is 4 years. So you say 4 years. So we are very sure that it is in year 4 or 4 years. Now we want to know the specific number of months. So here because we want to know the number of months, we multiply by 12 months. That is what the formula means. Supposed to be done. So we want to know the number of months. So this is where we are saying negative B stands for this, the last accumulated cash flow, which is negative. So the last accumulated cash flow, which is negative, with 8, 34, 38.724 divided by, so the B, the positive B, in fact, it's supposed to be B. So this one. Okay. Let's just expand this. Yeah. So the positive B is this one now here in this column in year 2025, where we have the positive figure. So we pick this one as the denominator, 1525. So 1525.59. Of course, we multiply with 12 months to get the specific number of months. So let's calculate. See how much we are going to get. So 838.724 divided by 1525.59 multiplied by 12. Okay. So we have 6.59. So roughly we just round off. So we will say four years we round off 6, them to be 7. 4 years and 7 months. This is how we can answer the discount, work out the discounted cash flows. Number 2 or number 3 has asked us to calculate the undiscounted cash flow. So, for undiscounted cash flows, it means instead of using these discounted cash flows, we use undiscounted net cash flows. So this is also not very difficult, straightforward. So undiscounted payback discounted payback period. Okay, so use the same format. We have got, you're going to have years here. So from year 0, year 20, 21, 20, 2022, 2023, 2024, and then finally 2025. So here we have cash flows. These are just cash flows, not discounted. So we call them cash flows. And then we have, let's leave enough space. And then here we have accumulated cash flows. Okay, so in the same vein, the cost of investment still remains the same. Remember, we have got the zeros on top to symbolize that we are in millions. It's a millions. Okay, so for year 0, which is year 2020, the figure is still the same, 8,15.142. Of course, negative. In here, we have the same figure. We have just started the calculation. So 0.142. Of course, in negative in brackets. So let's go to the other slide so that we pick the other two, the other cash flows that we calculated, remember? Okay. Okay. So the cash flows that we are looking for, which are not discounted, are these net cash flows, these. So in 2021, we had 22,332. 2022, we're at 26, 38.5, followed by 29, 17.5, followed by 3,555. So these are undiscounted cash flows. Then 37.95. So let's go back to our original where we are working from, whiteboard. So these are the figures that we need here to answer the question. Okay, so we start in 2021, we are saying it was 2, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2. In 2022, 26, 38.5. $38.5, followed by 29, 17.5 as well, followed by 3,555. And the last one, 37.95. Okay, so these are the cash and discounted cash flows. So let's accumulate them in the same manner as we did with the discounted cash flows. So we start in 2021. We are starting with the cost of investment, which is accumulated as shown there, 8,015.1142 plus 2332, giving us how much? 5,683. So the first one here will be 5,683.142. Okay, next one, we accumulate the next figure, which is 26, 38.5. So remember, this is still a negative amount, so we put brackets. So the next negative will be 3,044, another 4.642. We are still in negatives, so remember to put the brackets. Go to the next figure, we accumulate 2,917.5. Okay. So this one we are getting how much? It's also a negative figure, 127.142. Still in negatives. Okay, then we go to 2024. Again, we are adding 3,555. Okay, so when we add that one, we're going to be positive now. and we have 5, 3, 4, 27. 0.858 positive. So at this point, if you are in the exam, you don't even need to continue because we have already arrived at the positive figure. So just go straight to answer the question. But if you want, you can complete it. But our interest was to find the year in which we are recouping the investment. So the year in which we are recouping the investment is between 2023 and 2024. So there's no need of continuing from this point. So let's just get the answer. So if we are to calculate the payback period, okay. So our payback period is equal to the formula the way it is. So the last negative was in year 2023. So how many years from 2021, 2022, 2023? So our payback period will be in year 3, which is 2023 plus. So here now we need to know the exact month, that exact number of months. So we say 127, the negative, the last negative 0.142 divided by this one in 2024 under the cash flows. So divide by 3, 5, 5, 5. First times 12 months. So if we multiply this, how much are we talking about? So 127.142 divided by 3,555 multiply by 12 months. Okay, so the figure that we are finding, it is maybe weeks, because it's not rounding off to a month. The answer that I found is 0.429. So maybe these are just some weeks, maybe 3 weeks or so. So what do we do? Just do that. So just do something like this. Specific. So the number of years. So the number of years. And the number of months will be how many? So the number of months will definitely be, as I've calculated, I don't know how you write it, but if I round off, it means it will be 0.4 months. I don't know what that means, whether it's it's less than a month, but just days. Yeah. So this is the year it will take if we are using undiscounted payback period to recoup the investment. It will take 3 years and 0.4 months. So we have answered number 2 and number 3. Let's get back to the question and check the last part of the question. Okay, so we have the last part of the question. It says, calculate profitability index. So the question is, how do we calculate the profitability index? Okay. Okay. Okay, so profitability index is given as follows. So profitability index is the present cash flows divided by initial cost of investment. Okay. Then how do we accept, based on this method of investment approach, how do we tell that the project is viable or not? So we can tell that whether the project is viable or not by using the criteria which says accept a project if profitability index is greater than 1. If it is not greater than 1, then don't accept. Okay, so let's calculate the profitability index and see how we can okay. So I said the answer, let me just open the page. Just open the page where we are calculating from. Okay, so we're doing the last part, number 4. It's asking us to calculate the profitability index. So profitability index, or PI, is equal to cash flows or discounted cash flows over initial cost of investment. Okay, so we just get that total that we found. Okay, then we divide the cost of the, I know the cost of investment is 0, 20, 42. And the discounted cash flow that we calculated, if I can remember very well, it was 842 somewhere there. Let me check. You can check from the ratings. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's just here. Remember this figure we calculated? This figure here, 8702.008. This is our figure that we are looking for. So we can go back our board. Okay. So we are saying 8, just expand it a bit. So 8, 702.008. So let's check, calculate using the calculator. What will be our profitability index? So 8702.008 divided by 8,015.142. What's the answer? So the answer is profitability index, the PI is equal to 1.08, whatever. So we can just round it to 1.1. So this is the profitability index. How do we tell whether the project is profitable or not? So I told you that the criteria is to accept a project which has got a profitability index of more than 1. So this is more than 1, as you can see, 1.1. So accept the project. We accept the project because the project is because the accept the project because the profitability index, which is the PI is greater than 1. Oh, here ends the question. I will not tackle part B. Part B is about just writing a report. What we have just done and explaining, we just now put it in theory in a report form. Then you are good to go. So I think this is where we can end this question. It has been a long question, but I hope it will help you tackle a question on capital expenditure we have taken so much time because we are using this technology. We are used to writing using a pen or on a board, but this technology we are not very as fast as we are when we are using the manual way of doing things. So no wonder we have taken time. So it does not mean in the exam will take all this time. In the exam, you can even take less than 20 minutes to answer the entire question. So it is just because we are even trying to explain points here and there so that we understand what we are doing. Okay, so we'll end here for now and see you in the next video.